have not seen episode 4 or 5, come back to this when you have. So we're just gonna talk about it because I have nobody to talk to about this. Like, nobody I know, like I said before, watches this show. So, let's just get right into it. And, as always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because I'd love to know. So, in the previous season, when somebody was blowing up Bree's phone during the wedding, I think it's safe to assume now that that was most definitely Wrigley blowing up her phone, and she said, it's my chance to have a family now, I think it was Wrigley, just by the way things are going, which also explains why Bree, when she heard the voicemail from Steven about Evan and Lucy, she was saying, I'm an awful person, because I think this whole time her and Wrigley are having an affair, and she knows that Lucy and Evan was a one-time thing. That's why also during when Bree, after she says I do, Bree and Steven's at the bar, and she's I forgive him, or it was, I don't know, I forgot how she said it. Oh, she said why would I ruin this over a one-time thing or something like that, because she knows she's wrong, because this whole time her and Wrigley have been having an affair. And I'm sure, I don't know how because there's only 4 episodes left, I do not know how they're gonna wrap this up in 4 episodes, because this is supposed to be the last season. So I hope they change their mind, and anyways, I hope they were just joking and is going to surprise us and give us another season, because I don't know how they're gonna wrap this all up in just 4 more episodes. 4. Oh, and then the scene where Evan and Bree are dancing, and Wrigley and Peppa are dancing, and Bree and Wrigley are staring at each other, and they're you can feel the yearning for each other, they are in love, and you could just see it on their face, and honestly it was low-key kind of sad, but they're doing it to themselves, because obviously Bree doesn't have to marry Evan. She could be with Wrigley if she wanted to. She's choosing to be with Evan. But it's funny how when they're yearning for each other, looking at each other, you could see that Steven's peeping it, he's looking at them, and he's 2 plus 2 is 4, he sees it, and so then he goes through Wrigley's phone, Wrigley, you don't have a password on your phone? Come on. And it seems just Steven always has to have something on somebody, and I like how, I don't know if this was episode 3 or what episode it was, but when Lucy was to Steven, I can tell that after all these years, you're still the same, you're treating Lydia how you treated me, you're exactly the same person, so I know that I'm not missing out, pretty much is what she said, and then I love how these last episodes, everybody's bringing up Lucy and her coconut bra, how Steven left Lucy in the coconut bra, they brought that up, I'm and then Molly is trying so hard to get with Evan and be what do they call it? It's called a isn't Molly and oh my god, Deanna. Oh my god, Diane. I can't talk straight. Diane, aren't they friends? Like, Girl Code 101. And then Steven confronting Diana. And she's like, oh, I can't wait to get rid of this baby. That's gonna be the highlight of my year. Girl. And I like how Wrigley was standing up for Diana to Steven, saying, like, pretty much it's her body, her choice. Now, going into episode 5, when Steven, like, finds out he got into Yale, and he tries to call his sister, no answer, and then, like, he calls somebody else, and they're like, I think it was Wrigley, and then they're like, I thought you already got in, like, and it just seemed like you could tell everybody's over Steven's shit, like, nobody cares, like, you could tell everyone just is on to his games and who he is, and you can tell that Steven just wants control over everybody. And then when Steven sees Bree with Evan, she's like, I don't even know why you hang out with this guy, and she's like, well, might as well tell everybody that we're back together, because everybody knows now, because if Steven knows, she knows that everybody is gonna know. So, and I like how, when Wrigley took Bree to go see her mom, and the mom, I don't know, the mom, Mary, I think her name's Mary, she just seemed so off, maybe because it was awkward, because they didn't see each other for a long time. I don't know, it just felt really off to me, and, like, her mom, you could tell, was, like, masking that she's getting better, but you can see that she's still drinking, and I really felt bad for Brie, because, like, when she was telling her mom to come to her exhibit, like, I could feel like the mom didn't want to be rude to say no, but, like, you could tell that the mom just, in my opinion, didn't want to go. And I hope that she shows up for Brie. Everyone thinks that the mom is gonna somehow be intertwined with Oliver. I don't think so, because the mom had a boyfriend, but maybe, I don't know. But the scene where Brie and Wrigley, he was trying to teach her how to swim, and then they almost kiss. This, I feel like, is going to start their fling thing. I don't know, I don't really like how Peppa and Diana are together. Like, why does everybody in the friend group have to be with somebody? I mean, whatever it is, what it is. But did you know that Molly and Evan in real life are a couple, and Peppa and Wrigley in real life are a couple, and then of course Lucy and Steven are a couple in real life also. I just learned that the other day, and I was like, I knew about Lucy and Steven being a couple in real life, but I didn't know about the other people. But I do like how they're showing Wrigley this season. In the previous seasons, I really didn't care for him, especially in the first season, where they tried to make him as, like, the dumb character. He seems like a really sweet guy in this season, and I really am enjoying seeing him now, not as the dumb character. One thing I did not like about this episode, hold on, I have to pause, my dog's scratching again. One thing I did not like about this episode is where Diana tells Steven, like, her cards, like, basically, like, Steven's like, oh, I got into Yale, and then she's like, oh yeah, me too, and he's like, oh, I thought you failed, and she's like, no, actually, I got a perfect score. Like, I don't like how she revealed all of her cards and basically told Steven that she was lying, so that he would, break up with her, because then you see Steven taking those photos of Diana, and he's going to Lucy came, I wish Lucy would have confessed and said that she was covering for Peppa, but not like saying Peppa's name, just saying that she was covering for somebody, because nobody believed her. Like, I wish she would have like confessed. But no, this is like spiraling out of control, and pretty soon, obviously, he's gonna do something with that video, so we will see about that. And then at the end, oh, Chris being sweet with Lucy because he thinks that she's like wanting to do that type of stuff, like be rough and tough because of her trauma that he thinks that she has with Chris. And then at the end, very end of the episode, when she's playing Steven's voicemail over and over and over again, and we'll just say playing DJ to it, like, girl. Oh, and then when Alex makes Lucy go up to, I think it's Max or whatever, one of her exes, and apologize how she treated him, I could tell they're getting into